How's it going, folks?
Going okay.
Pretty good, actually.
Good.
Okie dokie.
Good.
Did you get
All right.
any more sleep yesterday? Well,
Yes, I had 2 good nights of sleep in a row, and my life
Whoa,
is kind of back together. So
Yay!
great.
that's awesome. Congrats.
Yeah, yeah. I really
I
needed yesterday because that weekend was not great.
I hope I didn't. I'm not being facetious, by the way, with the congrats. Like sleep
I
is
didn't think you
critical.
were. I
yeah.
Oh,
was.
okay, cool. I thought okay, good. Yes, I think sleep is critical. As soon as I stop getting good sleep, I become grumpy, anxious pants and need to take meds and more alcohol.
Yeah, I hate emotions, and I have to deal with them when I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, they're awful.
They just barge right in.
Yep.
Are
I got
are you a robot bear?
I got the
Are you a
DSU,
robot
Hans.
bear?
No,
So
I'm a
it's
polar
Oh, you
bear.
do?
full.
Okay, cool.
So it's big on the screen.
Oh,
Basically.
I haven't popped into Twitch. Sorry. Let me.
You know what's colder than ice? Metal.
Polar bears.
No.
Yeah, polar bears. Yeah.
Today's
Oh, got
the
it. Cool.
17th. Yes.
Add loud noise.
Why don't you go first, Anthony, since you're doing the stand up?
Sure. Yesterday, what did I do? Fixed a bunch of bugs, and then went into messing with the star system, like the what I'm just calling main body layout. So that's just the term I'm using now for like there is a main celestial body in the layout, and then other things are kind of more attached to it from a layout look perspective. I did a lot of work there of putting in pieces of non-destructiveness so that the current map still works and this new map works and things scale properly and don't mess with each other, so we're not if we don't like it we can just keep what we currently have and not break anything.
Nice.
So that is all working, and then I'm now doing layouts based on JSON for where the planets are. So
Ooh.
basically I'd saying like, hey, there's like I'm gonna ideally have 2 or 3 main body layouts, so the main planet can be on like the left side, the right side, a little bit up, down, like, and then we can have other points in the map that you say, when it's this layout, use these points for the other bodies that are there,
Right.
like, so that we can just be like, yeah, we're hand picking these, we can make it look right, won't repeat all the
Yep.
time, but it for now it will be enough without trying to
Yeah.
do crazy dynamic
And
things.
and extending it will be tons easier. So
Yeah.
that's a
Um.
great
So
idea.
that's all in. Been worked on that yesterday most of the time, and then yesterday I added this stuff in, where food and morale don't drop constantly. There's global values for like, okay, every 24 hours you're in a system, that's when stagnation hits, and it escalates. And then Will found a bug today, not a bug, but a thing of it could escalate to a point that's like, wow, okay, you just dropped like 30 points. But although that, I mean, it needs to be tuned. It might be just too aggressive. All those values can be tuned in the global JSON about how much morale loss per day and then how quickly it escalates. So yeah, staying in systems for multiple days starts to add up and hurt.
That makes
And
sense.
but staying there a day is cool. Like, but if you can get out of there within 48 hours, you're probably okay. You can make up the difference by jumping out. You'll be okay. And then
So
food drops right now every 10 hours. Food will just tick down a chunk based upon like uh, the population. And if you ever have to try to, if it tries to consume food and you don't have enough food, you get hit with starvation, and that immediately drops your morale by a chunk, which is also defined in the globals. So every once you're starving, every 10 hours, the population is hungry and is like, you can't feed me. We're gonna start dropping morale.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
No, it's totally probably, and it changes the feel of the game, so you're not constantly under the feeling the constant pressure of these things going down.
Yeah.
You just see it happen every once in a while, and you're like, shit. Um,
The other thing I like, or sorry to derail just
No
slightly,
problem.
but the other thing I really like about that is that when things are in discrete chunks, even though you can game it, that gaming of it is actually really, I think that's a positive trait.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing. And while, our game is dealing with human emotions and stuff, people can be gamed in that exact same way in real life. So I don't think it even breaks our lore.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. It it just in all ways I just feel like it's more correct. It brings out issues of like we don't have anything that actually shows when
Yeah.
morale gets lost. Like
Right.
food,
Mhm.
you can see the number go down, but it's like
Mhm.
oh, it's on the list of clarity of like when morale drops or gains, we need to put arrows next to it to say like
Yeah.
big
It took
drop,
a
small
hit.
drop, like
Yeah.
it takes a hit.
Quick shout out to one of our new patrons. He reached out to me this morning talking about this exact system, going, "Oh my god, the game's so much harder." So thanks, Nate, for being one of our patrons and checking out our nightly builds.
It is
So he
actually,
pulled down.
Awesome.
like I said, it's not.
It's
It's
like, oh my god.
I said I don't think
Yeah.
it's probably tuned. It was tuned for really aggressive, but I mean, on the docket today, which I'll probably talk to Brandon a bit about, is just a general balance pass of the game of where it needs to be right at the moment. So beyond today, I'm really just going to be focusing on that star system thing, and then if any other bugs come up, I hope to actually be done enough by middle of the day that I can just check it in and we can actually just be using that star system.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh, that'd be
basically
awesome.
works right now. Like all the functionality is still there. It doesn't break anything. It's literally just more about layout than breaking. No, celestial objects don't change. It's a lot of scale changes and stuff like that. Just adjusting things. But
Yep.
I have played multiple jumps with it in that map and it works just fine. Like nothing's breaking.
Yep.
So yeah, so that will be star system work for me today. Hans, go.
Yeah, so yesterday went through and did a bunch of work on the EULA. So we have a first version that's up and in on Steam. And then did a bunch of graphics work for the Steam store just to get that all ready with Brandon yesterday. And then spent a little time looking at what we might need to add to the Windows build machine if we're going to eventually automate the Steam, at least part of the Steam pipeline. Then shifted into work on long-range scanning and started breaking out and restructuring the long-range scanning window. And put some stuff together late in the evening last night for some suggestions for trying to keep the windows working a certain way so that the long-range scanning sort of communicates its current state. So I talked with George about those. He's gonna help me get those things ironed out once he's free from his current tasks. So that was good. I have a feeling today I will be hopefully focusing a little more on finalizing that, at least in terms of the current state for long range scanning. Get that to the point where at least we can have it in place and not have to make any more updates between now and the next release. And I started working on shifting over to material layers for planets. And I'm going to be making out a bunch of base materials and starting to see how well it works to place them with layers and layer masks for the planets for the basic overlays. So we're not just doing material tinting on top of the same material. We can actually layer multiple materials and then utilize masks to blend them. So
yeah, and shout out that I think it's the desert planet right now.
Yeah,
it looks awesome.
Oh, cool!
I want all the other planets to be that because it makes me sad that one is. I'm like I like that one. The rest of them,
Yeah, that is
fine.
my goal, is to try and get at least a first pass where, yeah, admittedly, we want a real artist and we want a real pass on these, but it'll at least get them into aspirationally the ballpark that we want to get them to. So
I
want
like
to
the
try
look
and
of
do
it.
that before Steam. Cool, thank you.
And you notice it a lot more whenever there's one giant one right to the side there.
Well, and that's really the thing. Like, I'm trying to make sure that they read somewhat in our current layout, but they're really being targeted more for the more focused layout. We'll see. And obviously, we're also going to have to change this when we start talking about moons as well, which we can utilize these right now for moons, but we're probably going to want to
something different on this.
Mix that up eventually. But if we get a good system in place for building them, then eventually an artist can come in and actually, hey, make this look like real. So, yep. So that's my name. I choose Will.
I don't know what I did last time, but this time I am working on bugs this morning. I went through the entire bug list. It looked like there were a bunch of dupes from stuff that was being worked on. I think a bunch of these aren't even bugs. Also, like the cancel button doesn't work on building installations. I don't know what they're talking about. That worked immediately when I pressed it. So I'm kind of confused about pretty much all the bugs that are in here and not really sure if I should be fixing them.
I mean, if it's working for you, then I would say that it's a no repro.
Okay, so let me step through some of these real quick because I don't think it'll take long. So can we swap the hover state for lighting? There's a comment in here that says no, we can't. Why have we not archived this card? If the answer is no.
Because I wanted to bring it up with Carl, who made the card, and we haven't done that yet.
Okay.
So let's put it into validate.
Yeah.
Next one. Canceling an installation did not return resources from building it. We talked about whether we wanted to do this or not. I can totally do this. Do we actually want to do it? Okay, I don't know what else to work on today, so I'll just do it. Events override pause state. I mean, yes, this is correct. I'm not sure.
No, it's because when you finish an event, if you were paused, an event pops. Say the game is paused, the event pops up, you finish the event, the game is not paused anymore, it's running.
And you want that to not be the case?
No, it should preserve the state of whatever the pause was when the event popped. It shouldn't
auto. So I'm going to rewrite this. Events should go back to the pause state that existed before they triggered.
Yeah.
Is that...
I think that's what it's meaning.
That's the thing I could work on. Persona power that reduces the time it takes to do stuff based on idle ships causes the ticks on the event to tick at a different rate than the global time, which causes confusion. So this is by design.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure. I mean, is this a bug? Because I implemented it to work that way on purpose. That was the way that George had pitched how we make this an easy persona power.
You're muted, George.
You're muted.
I said a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like, why are these guys being so rude today? No, I'm kidding. No. I think both the last thing that you talked about, the pausing and unpausing for events, and this are very low priority. Very low. Not saying that it's not eventually important. Right now, I think it's very low. Also, I have stuff that I would love to work with you on, which we'll get to on my update, but let's keep going through your stuff right now.
Cancel button doesn't work on building installations. Archiving.
Okay.
Reduce lighting blowout.
That we need more detail.
Where's that at?
That's
who added it?
Carl.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
okay.
I'm assuming that assuming that it is the bloom which causes the blowout, and that will all be adjusted as we go through and update all these materials. So,
based on what I saw posted by Carl yesterday, I will probably not be working on anything unless it's a bug or it's helping George. and otherwise I will spend today playtesting. Today, so far, before my child yelled at me incessantly, I played the game twice and I lost both times before I finished my first jump.
Awesome. So like I said,
This morale system.
how long did you stay in the system?
Well, the first time there were 6 things, and I was like, sure, I'll see if I can exploit all 6
Yeah,
of
good
them.
luck.
And like I said, I did a grand celebration twice, and so it seemed
That
like
should-
my morale was fine because it was quite high when I jumped.
But I really want to know how many days were you actually there? Do you remember
I don't
how?
know. I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention. And then
That's
the second time
It's like-
I there were 3 things, and I exploited one of them.
Yeah, I have a feeling it was because it's escalating. Yeah, it was just tuned really high. So like the first day you're there, you were losing 10 morale after the first day. The second day was 20, 30. Like it was escalating.
How long is a day? 24
hours.
seconds?
24 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, I was probably there 3 days, 4 days.
4 days. Yeah, that could in the grand celebration I think gets you like 20 morale or something behind the scenes. So yeah, like I said, numbers were probably checked in and were very high, but it was aggressively testing some of this stuff right now. Was the food at least not doing okay? Like
My food was very high. I didn't
Okay.
even notice my food.
okay, then that's probably too low. But
It makes me wonder. Well, I don't know. I guess you were already saying this that we should have better UI for that stuff. But yeah,
yes, it should be very clear, like what's going on when it's
So,
like
yeah.
day ticked over, stagnation, people unhappy.
Cool. And
And
the tick
those
rate
are-
is increasing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And those are also things that even if it's not like final polish, finding ways to go in and place those things in would also be things that would be very good to be doing between now and then, is getting clarity things added, finding ways to communicate things better. But really right now, the determination that was made yesterday was that the draft phase in particular is a very, very important feature, and we want to make sure that we double down on doing it well. So how that flow works, how things are being selected, making sure that that experience is robust and is much more polished than necessarily a first implementation. So you and George potentially going through that today and figuring out like what needs to be broken out here. How deep do we want to go on these things? Shouting for any kind of like UI UX help you might need, but at minimum, like trying to make sure that we make a lot of progress on that. That's got to be the real focus. So.
Okay, I'm done. Go ahead, George.
Okay, my update's pretty easy. I did all of the data for the shipbuilding phase. I have the rule set ready to go in definition. I need to generate it. I got a little bit stuck today when before you guys were starting work. I got a little bit stuck on how to correctly generate the ships. So I would love to get some help on that. I think that would be incredibly beneficial from maybe a 30 to 45 minute, maybe an hour long pair programming session from either one of you. Because I have some ideas that I'd like to run by either of you that I think would make it an easier way to do the shipbuilding phase. So when I got stuck, I immediately just shifted to making the UI. Because the UI is going to be a lot of tedious detail work. So I'm about a third of the way through the UI, and I'm done with the data, and it's correctly reading from JSON. I've already confirmed it through testing. So I have 2 different tasks to do today, which are 1, getting the ships created correctly, and 2, finishing the UI. I'm happy to hand off either or both of those and do other things, but I think that considering Will's update, the best course of action would be after stand-up, he and I coordinate to see how we can best tag team this task, because it's the next most important task, except for what Anthony's doing. They're like tied for the most important, I think. So that's my update. I like how I said it would be quick, and then it took forever. Cool.
You didn't take as long as me. You can work on that.
Okay. Allow me to express some other feelings that I have. and emotions and things that robots don't normally have. Anyway, no, I'm not doing
All right.
that.
So we should play test. I will boot it up. If I'm streaming, it will probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to lose again in one jump, so I'll
You
let
won't,
do
because
it.
I actually fixed that. I doubt you'll lose in one jump, but we'll see.
Did real quick, because I was having some severe internet issues yesterday. I don't know what was going on here at the hotel. Has my update today been clear for you guys, or did I get robotic?
That's been okay. No
Yep,
problems.
I don't notice.
Okay. Okay, because I didn't have any problems on my side for hearing you guys, so it seems like the internet's been fixed. You're muted, Hans, if you're talking. Yeah, you're definitely muted. It like has an icon.
Yep, there we go. Muting in
I
too
got
many
a
different
6-star
locations.
system. I'm gonna lose. I already know.
Don't scan everything.
Why are you giving me this much temptation? This is not
Because
fair.
that's part of the game. Be tempted.
No, I am tempted.
All right.
Give me that
I need
mold.
to fire this up. I'm gonna fire it up. Not through Visual Studio today.
Give me that fuel. I guess I shouldn't aggressive exploit because someone told me that was a bad idea.
Well, you can, but
Let's build this.
I mean, there's more things to drag your morale down now. But you shouldn't be able to just constantly jump to keep it up as well. Like, you might get a little bit on constant jumping, but that should not be a win.
29 metal. That's pretty dope. Okay, let's get all this frozen shit.
Frozen planets rule.
Yeah, they are the best planets.
Let's get this loaded.
Okay, Mr. Refinery. Oh, I should exploit the 29 metal. Woo. And then, where's my refinery? This guy we want to upgrade. Stupid reactor. That's a piece of crap. Long range.
Brandon.
It's a Brandon. Do you want to give your
Wow.
update, Brandon? Or I
Okay.
guess
I kind
I
of
guess
Yeah.
hold on. What is your name? Anthony. Jesus. Okay. Anthony Jesus. He's in the middle of playing though. He was the one doing the recording on the thing, so maybe
I
just
can
comment the ticket. Okay.
Yep.
I also added. I put in the blah 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 blah. What was this thing?
You
Out
added
of
your
I
office.
love it.
Yeah.
out of office, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Really simple. I'm gonna lock in on a release date so that I can move the Steam page to coming soon. I'm not gonna lie. I decided that I'd worked a lot and didn't complete the balance pass last night, so I still need to do that today, which would probably be most of my day, and want to talk with designers about what we want to do there. And what was the last thing that I put up there? There's one more. Oh, I'll take a look at the events, like bugs and edits, and fix that. And then once we have the numbers for the resource, I'll plug that into the JSON too.
Nice.
Is anyone getting motion sick from the movement anymore?
No.
Oh, I haven't checked that.
It's very,
I should totally
very
check
minor
that.
now. Like, it's very subtle.
Yeah, it does. And it stops fast enough that, like, as you're moving your mouse, it pitches a little bit, and then your mouse, it holds stable. And so I think because it's shorter than the period of most mouse movements, it is not true.
Okay, Frozen. That's all I care about.
I just did 2 long range scans. There were 2 places that I found. One of them said it had Frozen and Barren, and the other one said it had Gas Giant. And I was like, fuck Gas Giant, and I clicked on Frozen and Barren and clicked Jump, and now I'm in this stupid galaxy.
Yeah! Stupid.
You got RNG wrecked.
Is that... wait, what? Is that... How is that RNG? Do I not understand this system?
It's not telling.
I'll
It's not
reiterate.
guaranteeing what is going to be there. It says that is what generally is in those systems.
So it said it will have Frozen and Barren, and then when I went there,
Got
it
a Gas
only
Giant.
had Gas.
It said
Is
generally.
that a
Marin.
bug or
Yeah,
is that working?
no, this is working as intended, and we need to change. We need to change the vocabulary then, because what it's talking about is here are the most likely planets that you're going to see. It doesn't guarantee anything. Most systems have most planets possible. The A, B, and O systems do not. But the G, J, K, and M systems do. And those are the ones that make up about 90% of the universe. So you could see anything. What is
Oh
the
my
actual word that it
God.
says?
Okay.
Oh,
You
shit.
died again?
So this time I exploited a single location. As soon as I could, I exploited it. I jumped, and then as soon as I got to the next location, I jumped again. I just jumped twice in a row. How could I have possibly lost this quickly?
I don't know, actually. That's. I wish there was.
It does seem a bit off.
Oh, shit. I'm probably gonna lose. I already felt
We can just have it like once the intro thing goes through, you can just lose. It'll just be over. You lose.
I kind of want every player's first experience to be that. Just set the tone.
You were far too new for anyone to trust. You lose. Play again.
I'm so bad.
Oh, actually.
Oh, desert planets look really cool. Those are the first ones I've seen.
Nice.
They look like marbles.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
look
they-
freaking amazing. Ooh, what happened to the galaxy view?
Oh,
Actually, I've got that error when I was starting. Looks like a file the image didn't get checked in. It doesn't exist in P4.
how
Um,
recently did you update?
About right before stand up.
Oh, I could have swore I forced an ad for that. Let me go look.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
white too, and I just
Totally
pulled
got-
and got no changes.
I wonder if
Let me look.
morale can be dropping while you're jumping. Because it shouldn't.
It looks like it because someone that was you. You just
Yeah.
lost while jumping. I'm glad
Yeah,
I'm not
something looks
crazy.
wrong
'Cause
there.
I swear that.
Well, no,
happened to
that's
me,
just
too.
like I'm like, oh, does game time tick while the jump is happening? Because it really shouldn't. Like time dilation should be going, like not going, and you should be able to animate and do stuff. But the actual like game time should be paused while jumps are happening. From jump out, from when to say I'm leaving to when the UI comes back in. That is likely a bug if someone wants to record that. That's what's going on.
Sorry. I got distracted by some. I'm like, sorry, I'm in like
Right there.
flow mode with the UI, so I'm kind of like doing that while I watch you guys as well. I'm being bad. I shouldn't be doing that, but can
you
you
have a
tell me what the
question,
bug
Matt?
is one more time?
Pretty sure time is still in-game time is still ticking while the entire jump sequence is happening.
I'm gonna put a maybe after it in
Yeah.
parentheses, and I'm going to add it as a bug and assign you to it, Anthony.
Sounds
Hey,
great.
Will, are you still playing the game or are you done?
I don't feel like I can play the game.
Okay. Can you pop open P4V for me?
Yes.
And then go into hold it. I think no, that's right. Go into insert source art and
Source
see
art.
and see if you have scanning map -1 .png.
At the top level or inside images?
Oh, I have source. I have it in source art.
Okay, so something about the way I copied that over didn't import right.
But
All right, cool.
But I don't.
Thanks.
I don't have it in content.
Yeah,
Images.
something about how I added it is not working right. So I got to go back and rip it out and put it back in. All right, here we go.
Someone has sirens coming for them.
Yeah, that's me. They found out that I lost 4 times in an hour.
There you go.
That's what you
Taking
get.
me to
And you
jail.
went on a random rampage.
Yeah, I went on a random rampage. That's true.
Hot. I don't know why I said hot. Sorry, that was
don't
weird.
either. That's weird.
I'm in a weird place right now.
Of things that,
I mean, you're in
that
Greece.
people think are hot. Random rampages, usually not one of them.
Challenge accepted.
Hey, butt planets. Hi, butt planets.
Hi, butt planets. How are you? Oh, you know, just being crappy like usual.
Okay, yeah.
Wow, that is some hella butt.
It is. I'm gonna lose very quickly here. All right.
I like
Looks
you
like
better,
your
and I
ships
cannot
just got
lie.
moved out of it. They're perfectly positioned.
You other planets can't deny.
It's also great that the resources that they give off is gas.
Yeah. Butt fuel.
Butt fuel. We're gonna stop there.
We're streaming. I forgot about that.
Well, it's not just that. It's me.
Probably gonna kill myself here. I need to grand celebrate.
All right, re-added it. Hopefully it'll come down for folks.
Trigger.
Looks like for some reason Unreal didn't actually add the folder when it tried to add the file, which is supposed to be an automatic thing. So I added it directly from Perforce. It should be there.
So both of those. I got that.
You want me to test it?
Let's get the hell out.
Yeah,
of
that'd be
here.
great. Just get latest and see if it comes down.
Shit.
I got one file added.
Oh, I
I'm
lost
pressing
Yay!
play.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if that file is fixing the jump screen.
All right.
Is it still bugged, Anthony? You think
What?
Jump
the
screen
new
looks
leader
the
chosen
same.
thing?
What do you mean?
Looks
It's
the
still
same.
bugged?
Like, is it
looks
just the
like-
game? Oh, sorry, I'll
Hans?
stop for a second.
You
Yeah.
see this?
What the fuck?
Did you do Hans? Did you do a reconcile? Go to the content folder and do a reconcile in P4V.
But I don't
Or
want
is it
to.
P4V?
Just
Well, okay.
Just
Then
reconcile.
don't. We don't need a game.
Well, then quit.
Guys, don't do the whole content folder. That takes forever. Just
Yeah,
reconcile
no,
the images
it's-
folder
it's-
specifically
No, it's
where it is.
fine.
All right. Morale drop. Let's reduce that. That's intense.
Why is this not working?
You okay, George?
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to figure out, or sorry, I'm being bad during stand up and I shouldn't be working during stand up, but I am. And I cannot figure out why the damn UI is flowing past the border, even though it's set to fill. It's set to fill and there's room for it to collapse, and yet it still flows past. And I don't understand why. This is really frustrating.
You could go into the C++.
Oh, that seems like a smart idea. Me, the person who hates C++, going into C++ written by geniuses at Epic Games. I'm sure I'll be able to fix their crap. Lol, 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 lol.
If they were geniuses, it would be easy to read their code.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And you probably would need to fix it.
But that being said, I feel like this would be a fool's errand considering our timetable.
Yeah. okay, fair enough.
I think I'll just put a size box and force it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool. I'm dropping that morale drop. The morale loss drop multiplier down so that doesn't
ship.
escalate
is
nearly
this
as
text-
quickly.
Why is this text ship name? That's not correct.
What should it be?
Text.
So, I think
pop-up
our
title.
most recent implementation of the resource system has made the fleet-wide broad spectrum scanning ability not work.
Oh, I need to go. Yeah, I probably need to change
Yep.
that one as well.
Oh,
I just forgot about it.
That I need to change that one because I got aggressive exploit, so it handles things fine, but I didn't do broad spectrum. Easy
Wisdom.
you
change.
still building first turn farm, Brandon?
I did, and I think it was a
Oh.
mistake.
Me too.
I'll be
I
right
think
back.
it's a
I have to
huge
close the
mistake
window.
now.
Somebody's smoking right outside the window. It's Grease. I'll be right back.
You won't be able to
Um,
survive long enough to notice your food.
Pretty much.
So there was nothing in the reconcile. So I tried one more thing. Can you try that again, Will?
Yep, pulling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, I'm going to try closing and reopening Unreal.
Okay.
I got a good sign. It's forcing me to close Unreal to pull.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It says I have
Yeah, it
more
looks
files added and everything this time. So
like something changed.
but yeah. Morale drop is quite a bit less. Let's add. What bugs do we add here at the bottom? Long range scanning changes. Yep. We need.
Oh, I like this new ship, the science ship. It looks cool. It worked.
Okay, cool.
I've got some crazy lines.
Yeah.
Oh, show.
I'm trying. Look at those lines.
Wow! Look at all that.
That's really cool.
Dope.
It looks mathy.
It does
It's a
look
good
nasty.
fake until we do something real.
It's okay. What happens when you hover shit in there?
Nothing until you scan something.
Okay.
So that's why I want to get on the right-hand side. I want to get those two menus to stay up, and then also if we can have a button in there is the scan, because now it'll basically just pop those things in over on top of this app, and then when you hover them, the scan results are there on the right, and then jump results when you go to jumper on the right. But I think they should be up all the time.
This is what it looks like. You get a K added.
Yeah, and I think we should eliminate probably the arrow, the line that draws between the two.
Yeah.
It has usually many asteroids, bare and frozen.
What does it say exactly? It says. What is it? I can't read it on your screen.
Are you asking about the scan results?
Yeah, something before asteroids and something.
So it says star class, star name here, star type K, orange dwarf, star system rarity uncommon, satellite frequency usually many, common types asteroids, barren.
Oh,
frozen.
comment. Okay. Yeah.
A bit of
Okay, there you
ability.
go.
Never.
I want to change that habitability down the road, but for right now, I'm just fine with leaving the wind star system in the game. I'd like to actually just change it to where it's a Boolean on star systems, can win, and if you can, then it picks it picks star systems until it finds one where you can win. But I don't care about that right now. It's good enough for now.
I feel like, and maybe I'm just angsty, but I feel like if I long range scan something, I should fucking know what's there. None of this random bullshit. I should know.
So we were intending to make it so that long range scan gives you more information the better upgraded it is. But right now we don't have that. The thing that we have is long range scan gives you less time to long range scan when you upgrade it. It's not really worth it.
Yeah, I feel like I would never long range scan twice. Like in the
Really?
current rate, I would only do it once, and then I would upgrade that ship to have something else to do with the rest of its time, so that I could just get on with doing some extra exploiting or something. Because I have no freaking
could
clue.
work.
Like it's like, oh, this is a K or an M, and it might have these things, and then you go there and it doesn't have any of them. Like at that point, like why even care about doing multiple scans?
That's a really good point. So from my perspective, I'm like, I know exactly what systems have what because I implemented this system. So it doesn't feel arcane to me, but it's good to know that it feels arcane to you because that means what I implemented is not good enough. We have to fix it at some point. So I think I have like 1 to 2.5 hours left in me today. So what I was thinking is I would start by working with Hans on the UI thing that we were going to do, and then end by pairing with Will, since that seems more nebulous, like it could take an absurd amount of time potentially. How does that sound for the two of you?
It sounds okay. If you could give me like a 10-second overview so I have an idea about what I could be researching before you reach out to me, I'd appreciate
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Why don't you two sync up, and then you hit me when you're ready, George, and then we'll work on the UI stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Do you want to go to Creepy Kodiak, Will?
Let's do it.
Okay, bye guys.
Later.
Thanks everybody, and thanks to all the new patrons that signed up yesterday.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
That was weird.
oh, Discord.
Yeah.
You're so weird sometimes.
Yeah. All right.
Most of the time.
So I guess we'll be ending the stream for this morning. Yes, I appreciate everyone's support and everything, and especially people playing nightly builds. Enjoy. It will be chaos here probably for the next few days of nightlies.
But enjoy the roller coaster with us.
Yes.
That's why nightly builds are fun.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Thank you. Later.
Bye.